Hello and welcome to the Butler Beat. I'm Kaylee Ricks. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and the Butler campus has had many events to educate students, staff, and faculty about this disease. Sammy Driggers is the Vice President of Bulldogs Against Breast Cancer, and she joins me today. Thank you so much for coming, Sammy.
Of course.
So first, I just want to ask you, because I know a lot of students on campus might not be aware of what exactly Bulldogs Against Breast Cancer is. So can you tell us a little bit about your organization on campus?
Yeah, of course. So basically, Bulldogs Against Breast Cancer is a service organization that started on Butler's campus, I think 4 years ago, and basically our main goal is to raise awareness for breast cancer in the Indianapolis community, and also we do a lot of service events and fundraising throughout the school year to raise funds for the Susan G. Komen Foundation. So.
Great. And I do realize earlier in the month you had a Pink Week. What sort of activities took place during that week?
So we had t-shirt sales, which I'm not wearing mine today, unfortunately. I didn't want to bring it, but every year that's something that we do actually twice a year, so during Pink Week and then again in April, and we sell t-shirts, and then a large portion of all of those funds that we make go to Susan G. Komen. So that's kind of our big thing, the big chunk of it. And then we also do, on Wednesdays we wear pink, just kind of a spin-off of Mean Girls. And so we were posted up at the gazebo, and we had some donations from the Komen Foundation, and anyone that came to the gazebo that was wearing pink, or anyone that we happened to see walking past that was wearing pink, we would give them kind of just like a little treat, like a pink ribbon or something like that. And then also we had the Luminaria walk on the mall on Thursday night, which was kind of just a more reflective time, and people could walk through the mall, and we lit candles inside bags, and just kind of a remembrance time for people. And then Saturday morning, the 25th, we got a group to walk at the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer walk, which was hosted by the American Cancer Society. So it was a lot of fun.
Great. And was that walk around campus or was it downtown?
The walk was on the White River downtown.
Okay,
so,
great.
Yeah.
So that's your big event. Pink Week is your big event in October, which is the month of breast cancer awareness. But what are some other events that you might take place during the school year?
During the school year, I feel like we do so much random things. We have another service event in April where we all volunteer at the Komen Walk in Indianapolis, and we also do a speaking event. Last year it was called Think Pink. This year we're going to do something a little different. And then we also host and sponsor athletic events. So we host men's basketball games, which are pink games, and also for women's volleyball, soccer, and women's basketball. So.
That's great. And so how many students are involved in your organization?
Actively, I would say somewhere between 40 and 50 is usually the turnout for our events. For the Komen Walk, it was a lot bigger last year because it was a really big event. For things like athletic events, we only have like 10 or 15 people come out and volunteer. So it kind of just depends on the scale of the event that we're doing.
Great. So students are obviously involved on Butler's campus with this organization. What about staff and faculty? Do you see a lot of support coming from them?
We actually do, which is very surprising. Dr. Karen Holmes is our advisor, and she's very active with our group. And then in our speaking event that we had last semester, we had 2 faculty members come and speak for that as well. And we have so many faculty and staff that purchase our t-shirts and come to our volunteer events and stuff like that. So we actually get a lot of support from the faculty at Butler, we're very thankful for that.
That's great. So how long have you been a member of Bulldogs Against
I
Breast Cancer?
signed up for emails day 1, block party my freshman year, and then immediately after that they were opening applications for a treasurer position. I was like, well, I don't know how to be a treasurer, but this is something I'm really passionate about, and I would love to be more involved, so I applied. Somehow got the position, and then spent my entire freshman year being the treasurer, and then applied to be the vice president, and now I'm just all in. There's no turning back now. So I've been involved basically since day 1.
Great. And I know you're a sophomore, so junior, senior year, are you planning maybe to become president?
Maybe. We'll see in the future. Our president right now, Kate White, she's great. She's graduating in the spring, so we'll see when she steps down, see if I can take over.
Great. And I know you said you signed up, day 1 block party. What made you want to join?
My family has been very affected by breast cancer in the past. A few women in my family have been survivors. A few women have lost their lives to it. So it's just something that I'm very passionate about and want everyone to know about, and want everyone to just help fight for the cure. So.
And do you find that a lot of the members that are in BABC have directly been affected by breast cancer?
Actually, yes. I was very surprised to find out that it's not something that people are just, oh, I'm going to sign up to do this. It's something, oh, my mom was a survivor, or my aunt, or someone. So everyone, I think, that is at least closely connected with BABC has some sort of personal connection with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know I went to the Think Peak event last year, and Karen Holmes spoke at it, and different faculty members, like you said, and it was just very moving to kind of hear how they've been directly impacted by that. So besides those big events, do you have weekly meetings? And if so, what do those kind of look like?
We do have weekly meetings on Mondays. We've actually halted those for the semester because Pink Week, you're tripping me up.
Sorry.
Pink Week was our last kind of event that we do first semester, so our meetings have halted, but second semester they'll pick up again. We meet every Monday at 7 o'clock, and we just kind of go over what our service events are going to be for the semester, if we need volunteers, if we want to do a give back night or something like that. So it kind of just depends on what we're doing for the semester. So.
And what are some of those service events that you take part in?
We volunteer almost at every major walk, I think, that goes on in Indianapolis. And then we also do the St. Vincent's Cancer Walk, and then occasionally we'll put on, we did Breast Fest last year, which was like a football tailgate that we hosted with Lambda Chi Alpha, and t-shirt sales or various sporting events that we're hosting. So.
Great. And I know you said, football events and whatnot. Is there any other organizations or the volunteer center that you kind of match up with to put on these service events?
We can match up with the volunteer center. I know we've done it in the past when we want volunteers like for the Coleman Walk or something like that. But other than that, not really. We kind of just reach out to our members, and if they have friends who want to come, then we encourage them to do that too.
That's great. So one thing that I was reading about and kind of shocked me is that men can actually get breast cancer,
Yeah.
which a lot of people don't
Yeah.
expect. Is there any information that you want to share, or like a fact that really stood out to you about breast cancer that you think not a lot of people would really know about?
I mean, the most shocking one to me is that men can get breast cancer. And that is actually not something that I knew until I came to Butler.
Yeah.
And began working with this organization. And it's very shocking, and I feel like probably no men in this room knew that. So it's very surprising.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know you've been mentioning Susan B. Komen a lot. Is there like headquarters downtown, or how do you directly work with Susan B. Komen?
We do work with the Susan G. Komen Foundation. They have a headquarters in Indianapolis, and we work with, her name's Wendy. She's great. I think I email her probably every 2 weeks at least. And we just kind of partner with them and keep in touch and say, hey, this is what we're doing this week. They came out for a few of our Pink Week events, and she actually helps us host our spring event too. And then whenever she needs volunteers for anything, we are the first people that she reaches out to.
That's great. So besides joining BABC, what are some other ways that students, faculty, staff can get more involved with breast cancer awareness, or can become more aware about breast cancer?
I would say contact anyone in the Susan G. Komen Foundation. Go to their website, read their pamphlets, and donations is the best way. So.
Great. Is there anything that you would like to add that you feel students should know about?
I just think that people should really educate themselves, both men and women, because like we just talked about, it's not just for women. It doesn't just affect women. And just do as much as you can to help, not even just breast cancer, but all cancer in general. So.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much, Kaylee.
The month of October is set aside to stress the importance of breast cancer awareness, but it is something men and women should do all year. Bulldogs Against Breast Cancer meets Monday evenings at 7, and you can also find out more information about the group by sending an email to babc@butler.edu. I'm Kaylee Ricks, and you've been watching the Butler Beat.